Born! You are first. It has been a very long time. What? Why isn't this going through? Bop, bop. That's weird. Ah, that's why. And wave link. Hello? Yes, there we go. Wonderful. Born, Zeus, Zoe. How's it going? Bam, bam, bam. Born has reclaimed the throne. Hope everyone's enjoying the festive season. Yes, I am, because we get a lot of time off work, and that's the main reason. When do you break up from college? I presume it's now, right? Would have broken up a while ago. How am I feeling? I am feeling 90%, which is as good as it's going to get, I think, for a while. I've been ill for like 10 days straight. It's not been great. I've had highs and lows. And on Monday, I cooked and I had every intention to go live last week. But then I literally just couldn't get off the sofa. And then I stayed there until Thursday morning when I got up and went to work. It wasn't great. Wasn't feeling 100%. Zoe, how are you feeling? Because you're still feeling under the weather. I hope you're on the mend. Liddy Moon, welcome back. Thanks for joining. How's your evening? Are you guys feeling cold? Do you guys get a lot of snow where you are? In England, we had a bunch of snow. My friends live all over London. And one person said, oh, it's snowing here. Then the next person would say, no, it's not snowing. And then it would just go like that for like an hour. And eventually the snow got to us. And now we're like caught in an igloo. In an igloo? Yeah, I can't get out of my house. It's very hard to get out the flat. Circle, how's it going? You're almost back to normal? That is good. How's the TV though? That is the big question. Is the TV up and running? Has it been smashed again? That's not what we want. Lemsip and headache tablets, I guess. I don't know what helps. I feel like there's so many remedies out there and medicines that you can buy. Half of them work, half of them don't. Snow's still lying there in the north. You guys have it different. I have a guy that works for us. He comes from Manchester. Every Thursday he comes down from Manchester. And everybody's in the office has their jackets on. They got, you know, vest and t-shirt and jumper and their jacket and their blazer. And he comes down in just a short sleeve shirt because it's so cold up in the north. When he comes down to London, he thinks it's like a tropical paradise. It obviously must be that cold. I don't think us southerners could handle it up in Newcastle or in Liverpool. Hope everyone's enjoying the festive season. Yeah, has everybody done like their Christmas shopping? I guess not everyone celebrates Christmas, so obviously not applicable to everybody. But this is like the busiest time for most people. Lily, how's it going? How's your evening going? Or your day? Or your morning? Where are you from? You already done? Yeah, I feel like education, I don't know why, but the education system just breaks up so early. They sometimes give kids like 2-3 weeks. I mean, it's great. Enjoy it while you can. But I presume as you're in college, you've probably got loads of studying to do, right? You have a love-hate relationship with my sweater? Look, we had Christmas jumper day last week, Thursday, I think it was, in the office. And it was my first day back in the office after not feeling very well. And everybody was upset that I didn't wear a Christmas jumper. So in this morning's meeting, I decided to wear this jumper. Now, normally for Christmas jumper day, I actually have a Christmas suit. It's a navy blue suit with candy canes and holly all over it, but it's a proper jacket, blazer with trousers, and then I wear a waistcoat with it as well. So everyone was a little bit upset because, not to say that I'm fashionable or anything like that, but most of the people look forward to Christmas jumper day because it's the day that I dress up the most. I even one year had a candy cane umbrella. I don't know where it's gone. I think someone stole it. I was very upset, but I can't find a replacement for that. But yeah, this is as good as it's going to get, unfortunately. I've ordered a couple more. I've ordered like a Lord of the Rings one, which I don't think is going to come before Christmas. But then I also have like a PlayStation one as well. Lydia, you got snow as well. I hope it hasn't hindered you going into work or, going shopping and whatnot. I'm very fortunate that I have a town right around the corner from where I am, so I can always walk. And I got a corner shop, which I can just get, basic necessities from. I'm quite lucky there. TV is still safe? Good. Mount that on the wall. And maybe like a little bracket underneath so nobody can get up. I presume you got dogs, right? I presume your dogs won't be able to jump up on the wall, right? No snow where you are in Canada? Wait. Isn't Canada always snowy? Or is that just stereotypical and I'm just being borderline racist? I thought it was always snowy in Canada. -6? Man, we just hit -4 yesterday, which isn't great. We've got the flat that I live in is 13 years old, and we think that the double glazing is gone. We're starting to get condensation in between all the mirrors, in the windows, so it's getting a little bit chilly. But it's that time of the year where we really need to probably consider speaking to someone to get them replaced. Still early afternoon. Well, you have the rest of the day. Maybe you should wear your Pokemon Christmas jumper. That sounds like a good idea. Is it just Pokemon wearing Christmas Santa hats? You do work from home mostly. Going in tomorrow? Well, hopefully it's okay. In London, we've got all the trains are cancelled. They're going on a strike. And the only day they're not striking is Thursday, which is the day I go into the office. But with the weather, normally the train lines are a little bit all over the place. So it's not the greatest time. But yes, I hope everyone has their Christmas shopping if you do celebrate Christmas. Obviously, last couple of years have been quite tough for some people, like financially. Some people have flourished, been able to save loads of money. Some people not so much. But it's always a hard time. There's a lot of pressure to get presents for everybody, for brothers, sisters, boyfriends, girlfriends, mums, dads, everything. My mum and dad are split up, and my dad's remarried, so I've got to buy for my stepmom, and then they've got a kid together, my stepbrother, so I buy for him. It's Stantler. That's cute. I allow that one. That's probably the only Pokemon that you could allow to have. Oh no, what's the one from Gen 2, from Gold and Silver? The one that gives presents. I can't remember what it's called. It's the red... Delibird. This dude. Yeah, him and Stantler are probably the only ones that are suitable for Christmas Pokemon. You heard of the many strikes here? Yeah, they happen all the time. It's not great. They're striking not because of money. They get paid very well. In the past, they have striked because of money. But they're striking because of their hours and their contracts and when they're supposed to stop working. It's not really fair, which is understandable. It's the best time to do it when it's the busiest time, and it creates so much aggravation for a lot of the people trying to get into the office, try to go out shopping. So if the government and the people who pay them are going to listen, this is the time. Not even close to Christmas shopping. Everyone's so difficult to buy for. Yeah, this year I don't think I can afford it. So I'm just saying, nope, no presents for anybody. You can get a hearty handshake and a happy new year. That's all you can get. everywhere else in Canada gets pretty much snow. I see some of the videos and images in Canada, and the amount of snow that you guys get. It's huge. I've never seen anything like it. We got, I think, 5 inches where I am, and most of the time we get like 2 or 3. It must be hard though. Have your heating on all the time. Last minute Amazon shopper. Well, it's getting to that time. My mum used to tell me if you don't finish ordering by the 15th, it's going to be a struggle to get anything delivered online. So you're going to have to go into the shop and try and get everything. I think I might just buy alcohol for everybody. We're all at the age now where we don't really need anything, and nobody really understands my hobbies. Nobody will ever buy me manga. They just want to buy me silly stuff. But yeah, for all my older parents and brothers and sisters, I'll just buy them alcohol. I guess that's easy. Your presence is your presence. That's a good one. I'd avoid that this year. Yeah, for sure. You have 3 days. You can do it. I believe. Okay, so today I have like a couple of bits of manga news that I want to go over. There's Rogers Base is doing his manga of the year bracket this week sometime. I think on the 16th or the 15th. Some other manga tubers are going to be there. Boogie Snacks is going to be part of the panel. Manga Crash is going to be part of the panel. I hope he streams it so we can like interact as opposed to it being like a YouTube video. But it's obviously, we've mentioned before, it's caused quite a stir because most of it is shonen or seinen. There's like, originally there was no shoujo in there, but it looks like the bracket now includes one shonen shoujo series. But yeah, there's some other like manga tubers who like cover Shonen Jump chapters week by week basis. But I just want to have a look at it. I've not looked at the bracket because it's increased from what I remember looking at like 2 weeks ago. Everyone needs alcohol? Not everybody needs alcohol. We don't always have to have alcohol to have a good time. That's what I tell my sister, and then she'll go out and get completely drunk. Bought manga for your nieces and nephews? That's great. What did you buy them? Please don't tell me it was like a long running series. Something that's relatively short and easy to get into. Also, I guess it depends on how old they are. Do you put whiskey and eggnog? Whiskey and eggnog? Do you put whiskey and eggnog? I don't know. Whiskey's hit or miss for me. Most of my family enjoy whiskey. Do you have a particular brand that you enjoy? Will, welcome back. Dude, did you buy anything with your manga? Oh, by the way, a few people. So this... Oh, yeah, sorry. I have unmuted, by the way. I always forget. I mute myself. Back on. And then you always miss what I say, and then it's normally not relevant. I just ramble. But Zeus, you made me very conscious about my jumper. Now I don't want to wear it. I think next week I will probably... Maybe I should wear the Christmas suit. But yeah, so for the past like 3-4 weeks, other than last week when I was off, I have been running like manga quizzes, and people have been winning my money and spending it on manga. And people have been purchasing, which is great. Will, have you bought anything? Sarah, you don't have to say sorry you're late. I mean, it's 15 minutes and Himiko's going to be uploading her video soon. And it's going to be going into Premiere, then you're going to leave. You know, then maybe you'll come back, maybe you won't. Maybe Geeky will come with you. It's just how it is. And I understand. I understand where your loyalties lay. I don't mind. But how's your evening? Are you keeping warm? You missed the last one. Glad you can make it. Last week I was ill. But the one before that, 2 weeks ago, was you there? I forget who shows up. You love the sweater. Just never had one. I think this was like a combo. It came with something else, and it also came with like a turkey hat. I don't know where the turkey hat is. It also doesn't fit my huge dome. What did you miss? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. When you come, that's when the stream starts. Oh yeah, no, you did. You text me, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you text me with a Bango Stray Dogs image. I'm sure you did. Yes, you did. You bought like 6 volumes, right? How did you get 6 volumes from the amount of money that I sent you? Casco, hello from Germany. How do you say? Guten Abend. Do you say the D? Do you say the B?
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend. Oh yeah, Will's from Germany as well. Right, let me get up just a couple of things. All right, I've got a couple of things. So today, I'm going to go through a couple of bits of manga news. I have a little bit of a story time. I went out recently. I rarely leave the house. But I went out and I had this little incident that kind of happened. So I want to like share that. And then, yeah, hopefully later we'll do a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire stream. And we'll give away some more manga. Good. I'm glad you're having a good evening. What's the weather like over there? We've got loads of snow here. You had a Christmas jumper, you don't know where you put it. I feel like the longer you have a sweater or any item of clothing, the longer, the easier it is down the line that you lose it. You misplace it somewhere. Especially things like Christmas jumpers that come out once a year. I have a dedicated Christmas box. It has my suit. It has this jumper. It has... My mum gave me her stockings when I left the house. I don't know why. Or my stockings that she has. Which is weird because whenever I go to her house, I have to give her the stocking like 2-3 days before. And then she'll stuff it. I then go there. I open my stuff and then I take it home again. It's weird. I don't understand why she doesn't just keep it. Oh, you spent a bit extra? Okay, fair enough. I was going to say... Zoe got like 3 volumes, and when I sent it over to you, I was like, how'd you get 6? But I guess the amount of money kind of digs into whatever you wanted to buy. And that was the main thing, for you to buy something that would hopefully finish off a collection, or buy something that's quite expensive, and it will just have a little small dent. How many nationalities are in the chat? German. What are you girls called up in Newcastle? I think 2. Langston isn't here. Oh, no, saying that, Lindy Lou is Korean British, right? Or am I remembering something wrong? You did order 4, but 1 didn't get shipped yet. But you did pay a little bit extra too. Good. Went a Manga Spree for shopping. What did you buy? Do tell. You see the One Piece Red movie? Yes, I have seen it. I thought it was really good. I have a friend who only watches the dub, And the dub is only up to the beginning of Whole Cake Island. So I've told him he can't watch it. Not because it's not canon, but it has so much information and new characters that show up later on. I feel like it's a little bit of a spoiler. But it was pretty good for a non-canon film. I mean, One Piece is one of my favorite, or probably is my favorite manga and anime. So I'm always going to like it. So I guess I'm just going to be biased. Geordie? Is that what you girls are called? My monitor disappeared. Zeus, you're from South Africa. I didn't know that. Or if you told me, I completely forgot. I'm so sorry. Evening. Not late, are you? Oyasumi. No, you're not. You're never late. You are always come as your namesake. You come at the right time. German dub is in the middle of 1.0. That's good though. You're not too far behind. I think just watch it however you feel is more comfortable. Bunch of BL. Hell's Paradise. Yona the Dawn. Zoe got a bunch of Yona the Dawn recently. She got like the whole series in one bulk, which is great. I'm jealous. You got Bakurano as well and Sailor Moon. What Sailor Moon copies did you get? Did you find the standard versions, or are you collecting like the collector's editions? Because I know Geeky Dreams has these nice like collector's edition ones, and I think she has the standard versions as well. Also, where are you on Hell's Paradise? I just started reading it last week. I haven't. The only volume I don't have at the moment is volume 2, volume 3, and then I need 9 onwards. But they're always in stock. But 3 I can't seem to find. Zoe has no shelf restraint. Zoe has no restraint. We can just drop the shelf. Favorite arc of One Piece? I'm probably going to say Water 7 because that's the pinnacle of when I emotionally felt so much emotion to One Piece. That's when I became really attached to it. So I think the Water 7 into Ennis Lobby arc, which people consider 2 separate arcs, I just consider them the same because the story flows into the next one seamlessly. They are effectively connected. So yeah, I'm going to say Water 7. But I've recently started rereading One Piece. I've gone from volume 1 from September, and I'm currently at volume 94. So I'm maybe at the end of Wano. Volume 100 gets to like close to the end of Wano, maybe like 2-3 volumes behind. But I think Wano might be my favorite. I didn't particularly enjoy reading it weekly, but reading it volume by volume in such large chunks, the story flows so much better. Kind of similar to Jujutsu Kaisen, where not a lot happens, but if you bulk read the whole thing, it's more enjoyable. One Piece is kind of similar because it's so dense. I feel like reading it on a chapter by chapter basis wasn't as enjoyable the last 2 years that I've been reading it. So I'll say Water 7, maybe Wano, and then I would probably just say like I'll go classic and say the East Blue arc, so the beginning, which is pretty good, and Alabaster's pretty good as well. Too difficult. What about you? What's your favourite One Piece arc? Managed to get a bit of Golden Kamui. That's nice to hear. I love a bit of Golden Kamui. Is everyone watching the new season? I have read up to volume 26, which I think concludes the whole of the new season that's currently airing. Hell's Paradise is solid. It is solid. It's really good. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it. I've picked up so many manga series where the hype is just so thick. People just hammering it down your throat, and then you read it and you're just like, it's not as good as you say it is. It is really good, but it is just a standard seinen or a standard josei series. It's nothing, or a Monster of the Week series. It's nothing outstanding. And I think Hell's Paradise does reach that level for me, but maybe a little bit higher. I think when the anime comes out, if the animation is good, I don't think they've confirmed what who the animation studio is for Hell's Paradise. But depending on who picks that up, yeah, I can't find out who's picked it up. But depending on who picks it up, I think that one will probably be overhyped as well. I need to read Dragon Ball Super manga, or is it nothing for you? It's good. I am up to date physically, I think. Or I'm missing the latest volume, volume 16. I'm not reading it weekly either. It's 1 week. It's one arc ahead at the moment. They just finished the recent arc. But speaking of arc, dude, how's it going? How's the snow treating you? Feeling better? Yeah, I'm feeling great. Like 90%. But yeah, Dragon Ball Super is definitely enjoyable. I think the first couple of arcs were kind of boring. I think if you're going to watch it or read it, just watch the 2 movies. The Frieza movie and the one that was before that introduces Beerus. God of the Planets? Battle of the Gods? Is that what it's called? I think watch those 2 movies and then skip straight to the Tournament of Power and probably either watch it or read it. And then the next arc after that, the Maru arc, it's like classic Dragon Ball to me. I think it's probably one of my top 2 or 3 arcs in the whole of Dragon Ball. You end up reading all of Welcome to the Ballroom? So what, you bought the 1 volume and then you just bought the rest? How many volumes are there? Feel mixed on it. Absolutely love some things, lukewarm on others. I also, Born, I gave you the option to pick another manga book from Bookwalker, but he was graceful enough to pass the money back to me. And rather than just not spend it on myself, I was going to give you the money, and I actually bought the first volume as well. But I haven't opened it because as it stands, I am on par to hit 80% of my manga collection being read by the end of the year, which is my goal for 2022. And I feel like if I open this package, then the number's just going to get smaller. But as it stands, I'm on pace. I'm a good guy. I'm okay. No snow at all? Really? Most of the country has it. That's crazy. You're not missing out, to be fair. I'm sure you've seen snow many, many times. I guess maybe I'm fortunate because I get to work from home, so it doesn't affect me all that much. Yeah, Zoe was saying how much snow you guys have. Okay, let's... There we go. You work from home? That's fine. Sounds like the even if you do get snow, it won't affect you all that much. Dying for some snow. Haven't seen it in years. Go to Canada. Yeah, snow is nice for like a little bit, and then it's too much. Croptic, long time no see. How's it going? But yeah, I just want to quickly go over a couple of bits of manga news that I thought were interesting. This was actually quite a while ago. This happened. A Kodansha and Disney collaboration, upcoming anime based on a manga published by Kodansha, will be distributed by Disney Services, starting with Tokyo Revengers Season 2, including Japan except China, which is a bit weird. But Bleach recently got put onto the Disney Plus train, and looks like Tokyo Revengers is coming next. And the way this reads, it sounds like they're going to have several others, It'll be interesting to see what works that Kodansha has is going to be turned into an anime. I, for one, hope it's not Witch Hat Atelier. I know they said that the anime was coming out sometime 2023. I hope it's not that, because I feel like Disney will just do a similar thing to Netflix. They'll postpone the release and they'll just data dump the whole thing at one time. Because I know Bleach was coming out weekly at Disney Plus in Japan, but we've only just started to get it in England, in the UK. But I don't know if this was published back in November, so I don't know if it's actually been confirmed what other series are going to come over. I just hope it's not Witch Hat, because I've been thoroughly enjoying the manga, and I just hope that the anime does a great job, and then I get to see it instantly. I'm sick and tired of seeing spoilers for everything. You need a job where you can work from home? Easy. Be a full-time YouTuber. It's yeah, it's not great. I guess, you know, with kids as well, you'll probably be just as difficult though, right? I guess you could shove them off the daycare or your family. You hate to shovel it? Yeah, we in England, we are terrible for it. When the snow comes normally 2 days, 3 days before we expect it, or when we don't expect it at all. So we're not prepared for it. Our roads are so windy that we're never prepared when it's settled. At least like in America and big countries like Canada and like Russia, they have like the vehicles to move it all yourself. I guess if you're, you know, shoveling your own driveway, not so fun. Not the Disney jail. Yeah, the Disney jail sounds like it. I don't know. Tokyo Revengers Season 2. I don't know. Where did I watch that last year? Must have been Crunchyroll. You'll be interested to see how much money Disney are going to be throwing at anime. This is obviously the second anime series that they're picking up, Tokyo Revengers. And whatever the next few are, I don't know, but it's by Kodansha. What else do I have that's by Kodansha? Nothing that I can think of that is worth having an anime adaptation. You been good? I'm good. I'm glad. I've been feeling okay. Been feeling like really sick the last like 10 days, but I'm on the mend. You got volume 10 of Witch Hat? I see someone I thought that only recently came out. I see someone the other day post up they have volume 11. Here's me sitting on volume 3 still. I did say I was going to start collecting more of it, but I also said that about Drifting Dragons. Which has too good. It is. It's really good. And I'm looking forward to more people reading it and picking it up, because all anime does is just promote the manga. So I would suggest picking it up before it gets sold out. We don't want another Spy Family or Hell's Paradise or Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer on our hands. Being born in England, I watched a lot of American TV shows, and most of the time the Americans just shoveled their own pathway and that's it, like to their house or their driveway, and then they just fling it onto the street. I guess that doesn't, it's not helpful for everybody else, is it? Oh, your pre-order took forever to arrive. That sucks. But I think that's what it means to be an English, I say English, a UK manga collector. Everything's delayed. You do. Ark, you do. It's really good. The magic system, it's about witches, and I thought it was just going to be like Harry Potter, but I guess to some extent it is, but all of the preconceptions that you know about magic and wands and how it's casted is completely thrown out the window, and they rebuild something completely new that I couldn't even think of. It's really impressive, and also it looks really nice, like visually, and as a male reader it's not hypersexualized because the main cast are all girls. So sometimes that's a little bit awkward for some males to read, but I think it does a good job on not doing that. So you can read it in confidence and not feel awkward, you know. So yeah, Tokyo Revengers, I don't know what the next few series will be, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't really know Kodansha's library that well to know what would be coming in the future. I presume it would be something new. Otherwise they would have just said if it was something old. But the other thing is that Netflix, apparently this got announced back in October and I've only heard about it today, that Netflix nabbed the live action adaptation for My Hero Academia. I don't know how I feel. I've watched Dragon Ball Evolution and I don't know how I feel about all these live action action shonen series having a live action adaptation. Dragon Ball Evolution has scarred me. I'm scared for the One Piece Netflix movie. I know Oda is heavily involved in it, but this could just be another cash grab. It is very popular, maybe because it's picked up by who's Legendary Entertainment. What else do they do? Legendary Entertainment movies. Oh, they did Dune last year. Oh, they did Dark Knight as well, and Inception. Maybe it will be good. But yeah, as it's an American company, I can imagine, because obviously My Hero has a lot of influence from superheroes, like American superheroes. This could be good then. Who knows? But I'm always dubious about these kind of things. Heating or manga? Right now, I have both. I've got like a few books on pre-order and I have my heating on. But I think at some point, it's just going to have to be the manga. I'm going to have to freeze myself. I'll just keep reading until I fall asleep, but eventually it'll be fine. Dragon Ball Evolution? Yeah. They I don't know what was happening there. I don't think Akira Toriyama cared. Or whatever his studio is. Was it Bird Studio? Tori Studios or whatever it is. Your volume of Witch Hat had £12.99 on it. The thing is with a lot of the Kodansha stuff, because they only have the American and then the US prices on there, they don't, when it comes over to the UK, I feel like they just charge whatever they want. I've purchased so many manga volumes where they're from either the same series or the same publisher, and they're different. The prices are off by £2-3, and not even at a discount at their agreed value. Sometimes it's like $8.99, sometimes it's $11.99. I don't get it. Manga is expensive. Remember when it used to be $5.99? Yeah, a lot of the old Dragon Ball and One Piece series, some of your Naruto probably, if you have any, will be $5.99. I'm scared for the time that it goes to like $8.99 at some point. It'll be scary. And I know the Americans have had it as well. It's been $9.99 for standard like Viz size comics for a long time. Need financial planning? I think we all need financial planning. Reading Peak in the freezing cold. Worth it. Maybe. Until your hands freeze over. Remember the days of picking up Initial D? Man, if you had all of those now, you could just uplift them. Make so much money. It's like so much money. It's like Red River all over again. Geeky, what are you... What are you doing? You're supposed to be here. Geeky, this is where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be supporting your friend. I'm joking. But how are you? How was work? You said you were busy on Mondays. I guess the retail shift really does hit you down this time of year, right? Also, could you get into work okay? What's it like down south? Now, quickly, can I see this? You can't really see it that well. What if I do this? No, I was going to go over the Rogers base manga of the year bracket, but I don't think I will. I can't get the visual properly and the text is too small and I don't really want to sit here reading. The shade. Hey, you guys are the dudettes. You guys need to stick together. You notice the superhero shows and movies are afraid to make sidekick and shonen stories. Like Robin, has there been any Batman movies? Yeah, I think because to be fair, I don't know why. I don't know the industry that well, but people know Superman, people know Batman, Wonder Woman. They know the They know the staples. I guess that's why they keep replenishing the same heroes over and over and over again. Starting next week Saturday, you're in every day until Christmas? Damn. That's tough. Do you get overtime though for working like consecutively? Salt bubble snow. What the hell is salt? What the hell is salt bubble snow? I don't know what that is. Yeah, we got heavy snow. So was it like light snow? I can't tell. There aren't any pictures of it. You need 1 day off work? Sometimes you can do it 7 days a week. No problem. 8 days a week. As long as they're paying you. And I guess it maybe depends on like your shift work as well. Maybe if you're doing like 4 hours a day. You chose this fate. Hey, it means you're getting more money and hopefully you can spend it on yourself. Maybe buy yourself some manga, go out, buy yourself something nice, go for a meal, spend time with family or friends. Think of the money. Yes, give it to me because I need money. I need to turn my heater off because it's hot. Whoa. Oh, there's too much salt in the air and there's like no snow. Ah, okay. I think out of everything when it comes to snow, the thing I hate the most is like the 2, 3, 4 days afterwards when it's like black slush. That's the worst thing. I need to stop fidgeting. The South hardly ever gets snow. Really? Why not? Because it rains? Sleet. Right, I'm going to close out of Roger's not basement. Roger's base. Because I can't get his thing up. His text is too small. He has like 28 manga series, and only one of them is a shoujo, which is A Sign of Affection. And then everything else is just standard shonen series and seinen. But I'll probably go over it maybe next week when he does the results, which I think is on Friday or Saturday. Black Slush is awful. Yeah, it's terrible. Completely terrible. Right. I want to do... How long have I been streaming? Damn, I've been streaming for 50 minutes. You guys keep me entertained so much. Thank you. But I do want to do one last Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But before I do that, I do have a quick story time that I want to go over. So let me quickly load up Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And while that loads... Now, I'm only telling this because it was kind of a little bit awkward and kind of funny at the same time. And it was kind of relevant to my hobby. Right, is this playing? There we go. Perfect. A Sign of Affection is so cute. Yeah, it's super good. Annoyingly, I still can't find volume 2. Which kind of sucks. But I'm sure at some point it will come into circulation again. What I like about it as well, outside of it being a good series, is that it's relatively new as well. A lot of the shonen, the josei and shoujo series that we've been receiving lately have been like they're either already finished or they're way into like 15 or 20 volumes already. So we've got a lot of catch up to do. Whilst this one's relatively new, I think started in 2020 or 2019, and then it went on a short break. I think the artist or the author who comes up with the story had a baby, so she went on maternity leave. One of the two. So it was on a break for a while. But the thing is, with a lot of these manga series, the shoujo series that I get recommended, they sound great, and I look at them and like, 37 volumes for Yona the Dawn, 22 volumes of, or 27 volumes of Snow White with red hair. It really sucks, And shoujo isn't particularly printed to capacity. They do like one print run. If you look at I feel like if you look at most shoujo series, if you look inside, it will just say first print. I've never seen, although I don't have a lot, but when I look through my local comic store, a lot of the editions are the first editions, and they're like 20 volume series, and I'm looking at volume 1, it's still the first edition. I don't know. Story time. Gather around, kids. Let me tell you a story. All right, it's going to be like a 5-minute story, and it's a little bit awkward at points for me. Well, I felt embarrassed at the time and kind of weird and kind of maybe humbled isn't the word, but I'd come to the realization of the hobby that I'm in and how weird it could look like to everybody else. I'm sure it's not the easiest thing to say, I read manga or I watch anime, and most people's first thought is, oh, that's that like really weird porn stuff, isn't it? Like, no, that's completely different. But yeah, recently I fell ill. I was ill for maybe 10 days and I still feel not great. But last week, Wednesday, I managed to get myself out of the sofa and I went to go see the Quintessential Quintuplets movie. Now, if you don't know, it is a harem shonen series, and it's collected in 14 volumes. It's finished completely. It also has 2 anime series, and it also has a movie that's just come out. And the movie concludes the ending of the whole thing. Now, I am quite comfortable buying and consuming manga, but I don't express myself to my work colleagues about it. You guys are the only people really that I talk to manga about. And because most of you understand how strange and weird the genre, the medium can be, I feel like there's no need to justify myself a lot of the time. But sometimes I go out to like an anime convention or I'll go see a movie and I look at other people and I think to myself, this is probably how other people perceive me. So I get up on my own and I go to the Quintessential Quintuplets Movie. I go in, I get my ticket, I get my popcorn, I give my ticket to the guy. He says, yep, screen 10, go. It's going to be like 10 minutes. I'm like, great. So I walk in and I see no one. I start walking upstairs and I see there's someone like on the 5th row. And I give him that generic male acknowledgement. You know, when you look at someone, you kind of look at them, you just go, they know you exist. I know he exists. We know we're both here. And then I just sit down. And it's just me and him for like 10 minutes. And the pre-rolls start rolling, and then 2 other people come in. An older guy comes in. I couldn't tell you his age. He's tall. He's got slightly receding hairline. Not that I can say much, but it's long and grey. And then the next guy that comes in, he's probably, I don't know, maybe a little bit younger than me. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, everyone's coming in on their own. This is going to be a little bit weird, because I know what type of series this is. It's a harem series. Anyways, a younger guy comes in. He's got to be like 18, maybe 19. And the credits, the pre-credits come on, all the trailers and everything. And we're sitting there. Everyone's kind of like getting settled in. And I get into my lazy position. So I've got like my lower back sitting on like the base of the chair. And like, I'm just sitting like this. Not to hide from anyone, because this is just like how comfortable I'm feeling right now. So I'm getting there, all comfortable, got my popcorn. I think one other guy comes in, and at the end, before the film starts, there's around 6 of us. And the film starts. It starts off with what is it? It's a wedding bell. And then you see the Crunchyroll logo, another wedding bell goes, then you see Sony Entertainment, and then you see the main character. Now, the series is, as I mentioned, a harem series. The main character, what's his name? Uesugi Futuro. And the premise is he marries one of these 5 sisters. Now, you know this from the first episode or the first couple of chapters if you read the manga. And the whole story is just how he gets with that particular person. Now, as the audience, the 5 sisters look completely different, but to the main lead, they all look the same. They all have different color hair. They all look different. Their voices, the way they dress, the way they act. You know, you got the Genki girl. You got the Tsundere. You got like the Oneshan kind of character and everything. And it's just basically how he gets with his wife at the end of it. He teaches them because they're failing, and that's basically the whole premise. I don't need to spoil anything or go into too much detail, but that's basically it. And the way the harem series go normally is the main character, I feel like 9 times out of 10 from all the harem series that I've watched, they end up with the first girl that he interacts with, whether it would be a childhood friend or the first instance that you see them together. So the movie starts, the wedding bells are going off, so we know we're at the end of the movie, at the beginning, strangely enough. And Futuro says his first words in Japanese, no subtitles. So me, in my slouch chair like this, immediately, I don't know Japanese. I need to go get help. But I've been in situations like this before where I know that eventually it will rectify itself. So I think to myself, all right, let me give it maybe until the opening. There's normally an opening with like anime movies that are based on TV series. So I have a quick look around. Everybody's just still in their chair, having a good time. Hands are there on their chest or just on their lap or whatever. And a couple more phrases are said. And I'm thinking to myself, no one is moving. So I'm just going to wait. And I wait. It's maybe like 30, maybe 40 seconds or so. And what happens is probably the most embarrassing thing that I felt. I'm sure you've felt shy or that burning sensation when something embarrassing happens. And this is probably the cringiest thing in my head that I can think of in the last however old I am in my life. Let me see if I can find it. Perfect. So it's like 30, 40 seconds. You get a couple of conversations with the main character and some random woman in this churchyard. And I wait for the opening. The opening theme starts playing. It's a different theme to like the series. But I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to wait until the opening finishes and then I'm going to go see somebody if the subtitles don't come. And this is probably the longest 2 minutes of my life because what you get in the opening is this, which is basically a swimsuit beach episode in the space of, I didn't realize there was so much damn button stuff. What? Let's not. Anyways, you get the drift. So this is me for like a minute and a half. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking around and everybody's just still in their seat having a good time. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We all know what we're getting ourselves in for. And then this section finishes and it goes to I think it goes to the school. And then more words are said and there's no subtitles. So immediately I get up and I go downstairs and I go rush. Oh, I don't rush. I walk to the clerk and I say, look, screen 10, we're watching a Japanese anime. There's no subtitles. Could you get someone to look into it for us? Yeah, sure. Not a problem. And I turn around. As I turn around, there is a guy, the first guy that I saw when I walked into the cinema, and he is there in my face. I was so shocked because I'm pretty sure when I left, I saw nobody there. There was no one there. Everybody was still in their seats, just chilling. He must have used some sort of instant transmutation or something. So he's kind of all in my face, and I'm thinking to myself, like, "You okay? What's the problem?" And he kind of mumbles to himself. I say, "Oh, I've just got someone to look into the subtitles. Not a problem." He's like, "Okay. Do you think that you could get them to restart it because we don't want to miss anything?" And I'm thinking, dude, we've had like 2 minutes of boobs and butts, and you know that the premise, you know that he gets married to one of the main characters. The dialogue that is said is not going to change anything. You know, this series is just the movie is just him finally getting with one of the five sisters. You don't really need to know too much. At this point in the series, he is comfortable with all the girls. He's got relatively good relationships. All of the girls like him. Well, as the audience, we know this. He's obviously oblivious. It's a harem series. And I'm thinking to myself, you don't really need it restarted, but sure, I'll ask. And as I turn around, I ask the guy, could you also get someone to maybe restart it for us? And he says, yeah, sure, no problem. So I go back in. As I walk back in, another girl comes walking in with me. And I'm thinking to myself, you're like 5 minutes late. Are you sure you're in the right theater? Because one, you're a girl. Not to say that girls can't enjoy a harem, but she's on her own. And I'm thinking to myself, surely you haven't come here to watch Quintessential Quintuplets. Anyways, turns out she has. But what they've done, so I stand like in the hallway right next to the actual screen, so I can see everybody sitting, but they can't really see me. I kind of peek around the corner, and they're all still just in their seats, just listening to this Japanese with no subtitles, just watching all of them. And I start thinking to myself, maybe they all know Japanese. Well, except from the main guy, the one guy that came out and asked me to get the movie reset. So I'm waiting. Eventually, the film just stops. Someone comes in, they leave. Another person comes in, they leave. And then a third person comes and said, look, we're going to get it start, and then, everything will be fine. Give us 5 minutes. So I go back to my seat. As I'm walking back to my seat, the woman comes back and says, look, we're just getting it restarted. It's going to take maybe 20 minutes or so. And then she starts making small talk. And everything she's saying, no one's really replying to her. I'm making my way to my seat. And she tries to make us feel comfortable, make everybody feel comfortable, because obviously everything's a little bit awkward. And she says, oh, my kids say that this is really good, but they say I won't understand it. And the girl who walks in with me says, oh, yeah, I don't know anything about this series. I've kind of come in blind. And that set everybody off. The young guy that came in originally, he sat right at the back, and he went off on one. He said, I don't understand how you could come to this movie. This is literally just the last 10% of a 24 episode anime. And I don't think you'll understand the consequences or the relationships between the main character and the lead. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, she just did this on a whim. I don't know why you're going in on her so much. Anyways, the guys at the front start talking about like season 3, and then that was probably cancelled for this movie. They start talking and stuff, and the lady, she leaves. So I'm sitting there with my popcorn, just chilling, having a good time. I'm also ill, so I've got like a mask on as well because I feel a little bit more comfortable with it. Anyways, the girl at the back starts talking to the young dude. So, oh yeah, I just kind of like, want to try and get into anime a little bit more. I started watching a couple of Studio Ghibli films. There was an anime movie that I watched last week, and I thought it was really good. So I thought I'd try this, see if it was any good. And then the guy comes back and says, everything that she says that she's watched, she said, yeah, that's really good. I rate it. And he just gave it a rating. I can't remember what ratings they were. Yeah, that's good. I'll give it this. Oh yeah, I also watched Death Note. Yeah, Death Note's really good. You should definitely read the manga though. She said, yeah, I was thinking of getting into One Piece. What do you think of One Piece? I can't read One Piece. I can't watch One Piece. I can only read it. So, why is that? Is the anime good? Anime bad? Is the animation bad? Well, yes, one, the animation is bad, but also the pacing is terrible. And she's clearly, the way her tone is, I can't do it because I've got a masculine voice. Well, a somewhat masculine voice. But she's talking so calmly. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, she's hitting on you. Take a chill pill, relax, have a good time, and just maybe get to know her. Because if you don't, I will come in and I will be your wingman and I will help you. Just give me a little nudge. I'm sitting like 3 rows in front from the last row. He's sitting behind me and she's sitting like the very back row. So there's a row between her and him. And she's like in the corner. He's a little bit behind me. There's like 8 seats between them. Anyways, the woman comes back in and says, look, there's an issue with the screening. We can't read the subtitles in this screening, so we're gonna have to move you. That's fine. So everybody gets up, everybody leaves. The first dude that I first saw, he starts talking to the stewardess lady. He's like, oh, I thought you was testing us on our Japanese. I'm like, dude, this woman's like 60. She doesn't really get this kind of joke. It's let's just go to the screen and enjoy it. Everyone goes. I'm the last one out, and we go to the screen opposite. So as I'm walking up, it's slightly smaller, so I know I'm not going to get into my seat, which is slightly annoying because this is probably the cringiest thing that I personally did. I ordered seat number G5 because there's 5 quintessential quintuplets, and G because the Japanese word for 5 is go, so 5G. And anyways, that's my cringe thing. And someone's sitting in my seat, so I think, let me just sit like a couple rows back. So I'm sitting there and having a good time. And before I sit down, I have a look back, and the dude sits roughly where he was sitting in the previous screen, but the girl is sitting in the same aisle, 1 space away from him. If she is not trying to get with him or at least pursue something with him, why would she sit almost next to him? It would be weird if she did sit next to him, because obviously personal space, they don't know each other. But the fact that she was talking to him so much in the previous screen and sitting next to him, I don't understand. Anyways, they start mumbling. I can hear him in the background in his elitism and whatnot. And we're just chilling. The guys at the front stop talking. And the film goes, and there's subtitles and everything. Happy days. Now, the film itself is really good. I enjoyed it. I am a stickler for harem series, except from Nisekoi because it was too long. But I thought it was good. I liked the outcome. I feel like in a harem series, you either win or you win. You win if the main character gets with your girl because you feel like you've triumphant, you've kind of like egged for her, you've supported her to win the favor of the main character, and then you win if she doesn't get picked because then you get to keep it yourself. Anyways, the movie's good. I think the movie done a really good job adapting the going from the TV series to like the theater. The angles that they used were so completely different to what you would see in the TV series. It actually felt like a movie. But the other cringe. So that was the first part. That after that, I don't hear from anyone after this. But the next cringy part was during the movie. The four guys that were in front laughed at every single joke. There was a point where the main character had to go to the vending machine because he was thirsty, and one of the girls that was with him said, "Oh, here's some money. Go get yourself a drink. By the way, if you choose orange juice, you like Yotsuba. If you get coffee, you like me. If you get green tea, you like Ichika." So everyone starts kind of giggling at that point. I was like, okay, it's not particularly funny. It's humorous, but I wouldn't laugh out loud. And then the next scene is him staring at the vending machine. And then everyone starts laughing again because obviously he's contemplating who he actually likes and which drink he's going to get. And depending on what drink he gets, it will obviously indicate to the other quintuplet which girl he likes. So everyone starts giggling for some reason. Yes, it's very humorous, but I don't understand to verbally giggle that much. And then the next scene after that of him staring at the vending machine, it says 10 minutes later. And the three of the four guys at the front burst out into shrieks of laughter as if it was the funniest thing that they've ever seen in their life. And this went on for almost the entire movie. Every 10 minutes or so, something mildly amusing would happen, and they would laugh constantly. And at first, I laughed along with them, not at the actual situation happening, but at them laughing, because they kind of had funny laughs. Not to, disrespect them or anything. It was quite funny. But then after a while, I found it quite annoying, because I just wanted to enjoy the movie. Anyways, other than that, the movie ends and it's fine. As soon as the credits hit, the girl stands up and she sprints down the stairs and out the corridor. And I turn around and the boy is just sitting there like this. I don't know if there was any other rustling or talk between them two, but he didn't get the hint. Now, maybe she came on too strong, or maybe he just wasn't socially aware. I don't know. Maybe he was too young. He looked like he looked really young. I couldn't tell how old he was. Maybe he was 19, 20. I mean, I was oblivious to females until I was probably around 17. But yeah, it was super awkward, and I didn't want to interact with anybody else because the other two guys at the three guys at the front that were laughing a lot end up talking with each other, and it sounded like they were going out somewhere to eat, and I just couldn't deal with that. So I kind of just wanted to get out of there and do my own thing. I know anime and manga can be quite cringy at times, and I know it can be awkward as well, especially when you got like beach scenes and stuff. And because this was a movie, they put a lot of jiggle physics in. I'm talking bouncing boobs everywhere, bums everywhere. They put more butts in the movie than they did in the TV series. Now, I know that the production company changed over, I think, after season 1. And I think, is it Blissy? Is that what they call Blissery? They took it over for season 2, and they also did the movie. Wit Studio also helped out with the movie as well. So they put a lot of effort into the assets, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it could be a little bit cringy and awkward sometimes. And sometimes when I'm on my own watching it, I don't know how you guys feel. When I'm watching it at home, I just kind of accept it for what it is. But when I'm with other people, I get that over. I don't know what it is. I just get really hot and flustered, and I start thinking about what other people think about me. And what I was thinking during that movie is what I fear that people think about me. And I feel like I end up acting like those guys all the time when I'm out with work colleagues and some select friends that I have. But yeah, that was my awkward trip to the Quintessential Quintuplets movie. Whether or not you like harem series or not, it's I'm sure you can relate to an extent. But yeah, it was scary and weird. I feel sorry for the guy. Oh, you guys went off. These stories are the reason why people like me are scared to go watch anime movies in cinemas. Yeah, I think all of the anything action shonen related is fine. I've been to My Hero, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z. I've watched all these movies in the cinema, and the demographic that goes there are mostly high testosterone boys, and they're all hype. They get excited. They scream and shout at the screen when like Goku comes in and he powers up to Super Saiyan. Or, or Monkey D. Luffy comes out and he does his gum freaking, I don't know, Red Hawk or his stupid, what's it called? Armament hacky stuff. Everyone just gets excited for that stuff. But as a collective, everyone gets excited. But for a harem series and like romance is a little bit different. Especially for that one, it's more, I wouldn't call it ecchi. The movie definitely felt ecchi. But I feel like the TV series definitely wasn't in comparison to the movie. But yeah, it is a little bit awkward sometimes. You should read the manga at some point. I would say I rewatched the first two series 2 days before watching the movie, and I feel like there were little gaps in between, like story arcs, like things that could have been explained a little bit more. So maybe the manga might go into more detail, but I feel like any series that has seasonal anime adaptations tends to adapt relatively accurate. They sometimes take out a few things. I know Chainsaw Man recently took out like one chapter, which everybody got upset about. But I feel like it doesn't affect the pacing. But yeah, sometimes there are some things that I feel like we're missing. So maybe I would like to read the manga for myself. Do I read manhwa? Not as of late. As of late, I've just been reading manga, and that's it. My goal for 2022 is to read 80% of my collection, which at the time of January 1st was reading 320 volumes. But between January and now, I've purchased like 400 volumes. So I'm not too far off. So maybe next year I'll pick up some manhwa. It was an intelligent story. Thanks. I mean, it's one of those things you can laugh about it, but at the time I was really anxious and scared that I would, I don't know, embarrass myself or say something to somebody. I just tried to keep my mouth shut. And I feel sorry for the dude. He could have found himself a nice little girlfriend. Or maybe he had a girlfriend. Who knows? Some arcs get cut from the anime. Yeah, like I said, it definitely felt like that. But I think if you watch the two anime seasons and then the movie, it's a relatively coherent story. And you don't have to worry too much about it. If you want deeper connections and understandings, I can imagine the manga is the best place to go. But yeah, so that was my story time. So after this, what we want to do is do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But now that I've reminded myself, before I do that, I actually do want to update my manga log. Blip, 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 blip. Hey, what am I doing over here? Get back here. Right. Just quickly. So we're going to do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in a moment. We'll play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And if you guys beat me, I will give out another gift card. And you guys can go spend it on manga. Obviously, one person will win, but you guys will play as a collective. So let me quickly, before I do that, because I've got all these volumes. Every week I keep my volumes that I've read throughout the week here, so I can log them onto my computer. But I forgot to log it last week because I was ill. So last week I read 11 volumes. This week I've read 2 weeks ago I read 11. Last week I read 12. Yes. All right, before I go over, what is my percentage? My percentage is 73%, 73.42. Let me do my update and see what the new figure is, and then we will play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. All right, so let me do One Piece first, because that's where I am currently reading most of my volumes from. So I'm at 93. I also started reading Hell's Paradise. Where are you? H. So I did volumes 2. I've just done volume 4, 5, and 6. So I've read 3 volumes for that. So that's 5. Oh, I also read Rooster Fighter. Has anybody read Rooster Fighter? I read that yesterday, and I didn't read any reviews for it because I was so scarred by Crazy Food Truck, by the people that got a free copy from Viz, and then Viz were giving out free copies for people to review of Rooster Fighter. I thought it would be the same thing. And it's not. It's completely different to what I expected it. It's actually really funny. I just hope it's not too long. I think it will probably get a bit tedious after a while. I also read Ragnar Crimson. Not as interesting as I was hoping, but I did hear from a few people. My Cup of Tea mentioned that it's good after like volume 3. So I'll give it volume 3. Cake Tins! How's it going? What are you doing here? Has Himika's premiere finished? That summary review looks very familiar. Yes, I made it myself and you copied me. No, this is a carbon copy of what you have. I just got rid of all the colors because I was going to do something myself, but I never got around to it. And I don't know, what do you do with these? Do you keep these up to date, like daily? Because I was thinking of using these, but I don't think I will. I just keep these two mainly. And then I look at this big figure here. This is also very helpful. The search option. I think it's great. I think it's so cool. But you've added so many more features to yours, and I would love to maybe get a copy of your most recent one so I could steal that as well, maybe. Please, thank you. How's the snow up where you are, by the way? Blood on the Tracks fell off after chapter 100. I feel like people just hype that up. Is it not that good then towards the end? Surely after 100 chapters though, it's still worth the read, right? You're a long-term lurker. So my spreadsheet brought you out of lurking, eh? You need a spreadsheet? You know who needs a spreadsheet? Everybody. Everybody should have Cake Tin's spreadsheet because she put a lot of effort in, her and her work colleagues, and her spreadsheet is amazing and it's perfect. I think it depends on what you need the spreadsheet for. Some people just use My Anime List or AniList, and I think that's absolutely fine. I think if you want to get more in depth with volumes that are currently out, volumes that you own, you've read, things you're missing, things you've got on pre-order, if you've started or finished a series, etc. I think a spreadsheet is perfect because you can add so many formulas to it all. need to borrow the spreadsheet. Everybody should borrow it. I think she still has... Hector, do you still have a link to your spreadsheet almost in every video? Right? Ah, there we go. Right, so I read To Strip the Flesh. That was really good. I thought it was going to be one big long one shot, but it wasn't. It was a one shot and then a continuation of the one shot and then the mangaka's like short stories of several things. It was pretty good. I was quite interested. I was hoping it would have been a little bit longer, considering how big the book was. I wanted to read more of the main story, but it was still good. Where is it? To Strip the Flesh. That's one. And then I read Beyond the Clouds, which I've had in my collection for so long, but I've never got around to reading it until recently. And then the last one I had is the Shadow one. Shadow's House. Me too, me too. Everybody needs a spreadsheet. Everyone go to Cake Tin's channel and download her spreadsheet. Wait, Cake Tin, you're off work now, right? I guess you don't need to worry about leaving the house. You can just get Amazon parcels everywhere, right? Not all of the series on your shelf are listed on my anime list or Mal. I guess because you have a big Gakiga catalog, which is probably why, like you said, a spreadsheet would probably be better for you. I also find a lot of like small one-shots, or if you're reading things that are just exclusively online, it's probably easier to log it onto my anime list. I know a few people who just like exclusively read shonen and seinen. They use my anime list or Mal, because every time something new comes out from Shonen Jump, they'll just go straight onto Mal and just add it onto their list. No clue how to make a spreadsheet. Well, that's why we borrow other people's hard effort and work and claim it as our own. We just delete all the columns and we just enter it in ourselves. I actually have... Where are you? I have... What is this? I actually have... It's not a spreadsheet like Cake Tin's, but this is... I could send this to you, I guess, Zoe. This is a list of your... when I did your manga collection calculations. So I guess I can send you this. And then you could just fill it in as and when. Update what you can. You could have this. Where was I? Shadow's House. Where are you? Shadow's House? Shadow's House. Bang. Right, and I think that was everything. Yeah, like 20 volumes of One Piece read in 2 weeks and like a few one-shots. So I was at 74%. Now I'm at 76%. So 23 volumes won't get me very far, it looks like. It gives me 2%. So I need, if I read the rest of One Piece, what does that put me at? So I've got 7 more volumes of One Piece. That puts me at 100 after the next 7 volumes. That puts me at 77. So that means I need another 128? 125. No, 120. So I need to read between now and Christmas. I need to read 4. Now and New Year, I need to read 7 volumes of One Piece and then 20 more volumes. If I read 1 volume a day, as well as the 7 volumes of One Piece, I can do it. But I know I'm not going to read anything Christmas, so I need to read at least 2 a day. and I've got some family and friends. This is going to be such a tight squeeze. I really want that 80%. Maybe I should buy some series that I've already read. Oh, where was I? Because I got like, I've read all of A Sign of Affection, but I don't have the physical books. But if I buy them, I can just add them. And they'll just inflate the numbers, right? Is that how it works? Maybe you need a laptop and a computer first. Wait, you're on your phone? Still? That's crazy. Isn't it awkward to text? All right, spreadsheet updated. Erin, how's it going? How's your evening going? Your afternoon even? You love seeing how different people's spreadsheets are. Mine's almost the same as yours, how it used to be. But you've probably added so much to yours. Plus your collection is far, far more complex than what mine is. Does Shadow's House pick up later? I don't know. I've only read the first volume. I enjoyed it for what it is. Kind of like I wouldn't call it slice of life. It kind of gave me like I would say it's like an iyashike, like a healing kind of read. But there was like a little bit of mystery, which kind of stopped you from like feeling completely relaxed. The first volume was very slow, but I think if you don't expect it to be too high intense, then I think it did what it was supposed to do. But from the looks of it, it looks like it will get quite interesting in terms of like what the shadow people are, and their shadowy faces, and what the soot actually is that emits from their body. Why don't I own Sign of Affection? Because I can't find any physical volumes. And when there are physical volumes, I don't have available funds. I'm desperately, out of all of them, I think volume 2 is the one that eludes me the most. I think volume 4 and 5 are relatively, most of the time, in stock, but I just don't have the funds at the moment. You know, electricity is going up, and this little flat eats electricity. My manga table is much different than yours. Yeah, it definitely would be. I haven't changed mine. I took your spreadsheet from January. So whatever you've done to it between January and now, I don't have any of that. Mine's very basic. You're watching me on the TV? Dude. You don't want my ugly mug on your wall. Thank you. Wait, are you on the sofa? You're on the hunt for me now? Please don't. I can't afford it. But thank you. If you do find volume 2 at least, let me know. You're very good at finding the second-hand deals. Right, let me get rid of this spreadsheet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to run a quick poll, and you can answer as and when you want. I'll give you like 2 minutes. Right. I mean, I have nothing else planned. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. I've got nothing else planned but this. So if you want to play, we can play. Wait, 7 people have voted. Like 2 people have said yes, said no. Who's saying no? Goats my goats. You guys are chilling, having a good time. Well, I'm glad that your Monday evenings can be useful to me to keep me entertained. Because I don't know about you guys, but I say this almost every stream, but I don't have anyone to talk manga about. I have like 1 or 2 friends that watch anime, but not to the extent that I do. And no one really reads manga. It's nice to talk to like-minded people. And then also to express the stories like I did earlier with the whole Quintessential Quintuplets cinema experience. Oh, God. Where are we? Studio mode. You are too big. All right, if you indulge me just for a moment, I am getting things prepared. Right, now can I... Wow, 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 wow. There we go. Right, then you can go... What? Let's unlock you. Right, 12 of you have voted. 2 of you have said no. So you guys can either leave or you can just get ready. You started Mangagram on YouTube just to find other enthusiasts. It's crazy how all you have to do is just upload a couple of videos and you will find the relevant people. Thanks, Circle. That means a lot. And it's nice. You can like geek out and not worry about people judging you. I hear so many horror stories for people who like had a bad trauma and experiences growing up from like early teenage years for like liking Pokemon and watching Yu-Gi-Oh and watching Dragon Ball. And it must have been very difficult. I was very fortunate because everybody in my school enjoyed Dragon Ball. But it wasn't until after I left school where I found it really hard. Right. You forced your best mate to read Vagabond because you had no one else to talk about it with. That's amazing. Did you enjoy it? Or did they enjoy it, should I say? Yeah, Sarah, I know exactly how you feel. You feel like you're talking at people. Sometimes your friends can be very caring to like listen, but when you feel like you're just talking at them and they're not reciprocating, they're not getting involved with the conversation, they're just asking question after question after question, it doesn't feel the same. And then you end up saying something weird. Or that's like not, not socially common. Some sort of weird manga trope, and then they just don't get it. You enjoyed being the loner weirder girl who read picture books backwards at school. You're funny, Zoe. He loved it? Good. Now get him to read some of your Gekiga. Right. I'm going to end this poll real quick because I think I'm all set up now. I think. Touch wood. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, weebs of all ages, it is that time of the evening where we do our bi-weekly, weekly manga quiz. This time, unlike last week, we're going to be doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And unlike the first time, you guys are going to go first, so I can see how many points I need to beat you. Last time we played this, I scored 4 points, and then you guys scored, I think you scored 5 or 6. Annoyingly, you got no manga questions, which was a little bit frustrating. I think I ended up getting 2 in the end. But you guys can go first this time. Obviously, manga is the main category that we will be picking. Obviously, I'll leave it to you guys to decide what you want. Arc, no geography. Actually, in saying that, I think the 2 geography questions you got correct. I'm trying to think what you got wrong. Can't remember. I think it was Harry Potter. Right, let me get this all set up. Can I move you up a little bit? There we go. And then what I want to do... Solo. Normal. No geography, please. You say this, but I'm pretty sure Ark got it he called it every single time. And although you guys vote in the chat, obviously you can talk within the chat as well. If you feel like you know the answer, express it to everybody and let them know that they can vote as well. Obviously, we'll always go for a majority vote. What are we doing? Manga Anonymous. Manga Anonymous? Is that what it is? Hi, I'm Quintessential and I have a manga problem. When you say manga problem, do you have a manga problem or do you have a spending problem? How do you join? You are already joined. If you are involved in chat, you are joined. I'll be running polls for every single question and you just have to pick A, B, C or D, whichever answer you think is correct. You could talk amongst yourselves in chat of the answer if you feel like you know it. If you don't know it, obviously you don't have to vote, but the majority votes will win. Right, so you guys are going to go first. And like every single week, if you can beat me, then I will give one random person in chat a gift card and then they can spend it on manga. And to be fair, there's been a couple of people that I've given gift cards to and they haven't told me that they've purchased manga yet. So I don't care if you don't buy any manga. You can spend it on groceries or, whatever you want. Not a problem. Where are we? Let's turn the game up. Right, big question is, what are you guys picking? We are obviously picking manga. There is no negotiations on that. I also want to change the chat. You guys... I think last time you guys were clogging up the questions. Okay, Sarah says Disney. I think Zoe also would like Disney also. If Cake Tins, if you are participating, you're a big Tigger fan. I presume that you like Disney as well. So I'll stick Disney in there. Ark, do you think you can carry the geography tag? World food would probably be fun. I like the idea of world food. That sounds good. Do you want Margaret again? You can have Margaret. It's so funny. It's such a... I've never heard that. I assumed it would have been Margaret, but when you look at it, it is Margaret. But yes, you can have Old Lady Margaret. She likes to do mini golf in her spare time. She's retired. And yeah. I don't think you want to go for the other guy. Who's the other guy? Pedro? Star Wars is cool. Anybody else want to back Star Wars? Zeus, Star Wars? Star Wars. Oh wait, Cake Tins, are you a Star Wars kind of girl? No manga? What do you mean no manga? Arts? Arts? What the hell is arts? Arts and literature? Look, just because you go to college doesn't mean you're more intelligent than all of us. Don't flaunt it. I didn't go to college. Just got dinner, perfect timing. All right, so you have to do a minimum of 4. Last time you guys did 5 categories. I did 4. Do you want to just keep these categories? World food, manga, Star Wars, Disney. Or do you want any others? Langston, where? You made it. You did say you were going to make it. You want to do Harry Potter? All right, I'll just match whatever you guys do, which is going to be hard for me because there's only one of me. TV series? Do you guys just want to have all of them? Obviously, the more categories you have, the less chance that you'll get the manga questions. But obviously, as a collective, you guys could talk amongst yourselves in the chat if you feel like you know the answer. You might know some Star Wars. Well, a couple of other people have said Star Wars as well. I think if you get at least 2 people that feel like they know a category, it's fine. 3 people, you're laughing. I think 2 is probably good. Keep it as is. Will you ever get a manga question? I don't know. All right, you guys did 5. So last week, I think you had superheroes instead of world food. And I don't think you had Star Wars. You had superheroes and something else. Oh, geography, didn't you? Please no soccer. You're only 1 volume into Blue Lock. I think the soccer questions are... Actually, I don't know. Because this is an American game, although it's based on the English TV series, the fact that it says soccer makes me think that it will be probably... I don't know. They might have a lot of international teams that we may not know about. Soccer, never heard of it. Right. Are you guys happy with the poll? Happy with 5 options. All right, for a quick poll. The aim of the game is just to get as many points as you can. I didn't forget to mention, but you also have the lifelines in the game as well. 50-50 is probably the easiest one. It just eliminates 2 wrong answers and only leaves 1 correct and 1 not correct. Then the ask the audience, I think it asks the in-game audience. I don't know if you guys, there's so many of you, I don't know if you'd even bother using that one. And the same with call a friend, you get to choose who to call and then the person gives you a rough idea. I don't know how accurate it is towards the end. It's probably good at the beginning. Or depending on who you pick, you have like a choice of like 4 people to choose from. So maybe depending on the category. You don't know world food? Who picked world food? Circle said world food. And like I said, you got the lifelines. Right. 11 people have voted. 1 person said they are not happy. Unfortunately, with all of these, they will be a majority vote. Okay, so we're going to go in. Right. Do you want to change your character? Last time you won as Margaret, the 69-year-old retired mini golf enjoyer. She's very lovely. Too late. I've already picked it now. Sorry, Circle. What do you mean, boo? Oh, did you pick this guy? Pablo. I'll run through one time. Pablo, Chun, Heng, if that's how you say it, Nadia. Oh, I like her hair. You can't have this dude. He's me. Julie. Massimo? Massimo. Where's that from? What kind of name is that? He's a 33-year-old CEO. Passion cards. Lindsay. She's a researcher. Ruben. You can't be Ruben. I forbid you to be Ruben. Or Margaret. Zoe, I feel like you're the only person who wants to be Pablo. I mean, this figure right here is one of the big reasons why most people want to be Margaret. Plus, she's an old lady. And she likes mini golf. Alright. I'm going to make you guys be Margaret again. Right. Hopefully this time... What? Oh, also, let me know if the audio is too loud or too low. It won't read out the questions. You can read them yourself. I'll also read them as well. And I'll also get the poll up in chat.
Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You guys ready to play today?
No.
Let's start right away.
Obviously, I appreciate some of you guys are on mobile, so there will be like a 7-10 second delay. So I will wait quite a while.
So let's get started then. 15 questions, 4 lifelines, 1 million pounds. Best of luck. It's time to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yay!
Well, you know the money ladder. 15 questions, and at the
All right,
top,
you guys don't need to know
the
this.
million.
You already know it. Pablo is short for Pub Landlord.
Coming up. Good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck, guys. Right, let me get this up and running. Right, first one. It looks like to be an easy one. To what or whom does the Queen ask whether she is the fairest of them all? Her magic mirror, her magic dresser, the king, her magic bed. Answer with the chat. Oh, I've just realized. I don't think you guys can. Let me try this real quick. If I do this. Because, there we go. Now I can bring over the chat. That way you guys can see that I'm not cheating. Well, it looks like you guys are going with A. So A it is.
I'm going to try A.
I know you are waiting for me to ask you. So let's go. Is this your final answer?
Oh, yes, that's my final answer.
Now it's time to find out the correct answer. That's the one.
Well done. Easy.
Boom. One more answer. Aha.
Easy peasy. Lemons
Are you
Geo.
ready for this new question?
Oh, straight off the bat, let's go for a world food. What cheese is not produced in France? How do you say that one? Abondis? Abundis? Gouda? What are these all? These all must be French. Buffon? Or this one? I don't know my cheeses. I don't eat cheese. Oh, heck. Guys, if you want, you do have the... How do I... Ah, there we go. You do have your lifelines as well. If you don't know, you can go 50-50, call a friend, or ask the audience. 50-50. You guys want to go 50-50? You have no idea. Who picked world food? Circle. Circle. Get rid of 2, so 50-50. Let's do the 50-50 then. How about that?
Okay, we will take 2 incorrect answers away.
All right, this should be easier now. Which one is not produced in France? Got 3 people for B so far. Come on, we gotta have more than 3 people. Yeah, you can say it. You guys are one collective. If you definitely know the answer, I would suggest putting it in chat so everybody else can vote for that answer. But obviously, be confident in putting it in chat. You're not working against each other. You're all one big brain. Looks like I've got 2 more. What? Gouda is Dutch, I believe. Gouda does sound French. But Oyasumi says it's Dutch. Hey, guys, I believe Gouda. Guys, you guys got to flop right from the get-go. We had 3 people initially on B. What? It may be B, question mark. This is funny. Oh, where are you? Get over here. All right, I think I may have to go for B. Majority vote wins.
I'm choosing B.
Is that your final?
It's going to have to be.
My final answer.
Okay, the computer validated your answer. That is
Well
correct.
done, guys.
Hey, that
I had
question
no
almost
idea.
drove me crazy.
I think we all agree that we can move on to this new question.
A, B, C, or D. What Lion King character is the Lion King 2.5 about? Simba and Nala, Mufasa and Simba, Scar and the hyenas, Timon and Pumbaa. This should be relatively easy, but it's not. They're not worded great. They had one last time we played that wasn't worded very well. What Lion King characters is the Lion King 1.5 about? So the Lion King and the Lion King 1.5 is... They're both movies. Got 1 vote for D so far. You will no longer speak. It's D, you believe? Could be D. Got a few people. Get 1 more vote, and I think we're good. Actually, I don't even think it matters because it's majority. You got 7. We got 7 for B, for D, so we're just gonna have to go D.
I think it's D.
Final?
Yes.
Oh, yes, that's my final answer.
How do I? Oh, there we go.
Oh, I can't wait to see the correct answer. Got it right.
Well done, guys. They also had a TV series as well.
You don't really need to scare me like that, okay?
Let's go for a whole new question.
That would be nice, thank you. A, B, C, and D.
I believe it's D. Unless... Wait, I'm thinking.
There we are. How did Carl want to fly his house to Paradise Falls in Up? With fans, with wings, with balloons, with rocks. Don't see how it would be with rocks, but... Any Disney enthusiasts here? I think if you can remember the box art, this might be a little bit easy. Another game with no manga. That is true. And the thing is, the questions only get harder, so the earlier that you don't get the manga questions, the harder the manga questions will be. Wow, looks like we got 8 people for C, so I'm not going to mess around here.
Answer is C, no doubt.
And what will be your final answer?
That's my final answer.
If this is your final answer, let's
E,
hope
with the
it's
power of
correct
friendship,
answer.
that would make it a manga question.
You make it look easy. You got it.
And boom, one more answer. Aha!
It's time to move on to a new question.
Let me get the poll up. What is the name of the feline enemy of Cinderella's 2 helper mice? Is that Dina, Lucifer, Bruton, and Brr? Okay, so far this has been extremely Disney focused. Oh god, you're clueless. Zoe says B. We've got 3 people for B so far. Convince. Everyone's going B. Damn. Majority vote. I think 6 or 7 votes is enough in total. Any more than that,
You had to make a choice.
I don't
Is
think I
that
need to
your
worry.
Final answer?
Oh, yes, that's my final answer.
I think you guys are right.
Now it's time to find out the correct
I recently played Birth by Sleep, the Kingdom Hearts game, and you had to fight Lucifer in that. Horrible cat. Bruton's from Dinosaurs? Really?
Let's go for this new eliminatory
Right,
question.
you're 1/3 of the way there. Now it's going to get difficult. Maybe. C. Which one of these items is not one of Voldemort's Horcruxes? A Harry Potter question. Sarah and Zoe, you best step up. Salazar Slytherin's locket, Snape's diary, Rowena Ravenclaw's tiara, Harry Potter himself. B seems likely. You've got no clue. You're not a Harry Potter fan, I see. Yeah, come on, Harry Potter fans. Let us down. B. Langston, first to comment. Confidently, anyway. 100% B. Woo, it's B. Man, I hope you guys get no more Harry Potter questions. All right, 2 more votes. Oh, never mind. Straight up B, it looks like. Let me move that over.
And I'm saying B.
I just have to be
Yes,
careful I
B.
don't misclick.
So this is your final answer?
That's my final answer.
You have made your choice. You really know your answers.
I feel great, physically and mentally. You can tell.
I hope you have recovered from your emotions because here is your new question.
Where did I set up the poll? Yeah, I did. Which one of these works was not allowed to be officially adapted into a video game? Blackjack. Is this a manga question? That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Initial D. Hajime no Ippo. Hajime no Ippo is the boxing manga. Why am I telling you guys? I don't want you guys to win. This seems like a hard one. Which one of these works was not allowed to be officially adapted into a video game? Seaborn, you get a manga question this far deep. And they're always hard. And just to let you guys know, if you get this question right, this will be the furthest you've ever been. Blackjack question mark? I mean, it says not allowed to be officially adapted into a video game. Do any of the others officially have video games? Does Initial D have a video game? I feel like this isn't a manga question. But you think it's A? Don't know, I'm trusting you guys. Oh yeah, you guys have a lifeline. I should have said. You have 2 lifelines. Initially, he's got loads of games. What about Hajime no Ippo? I think Hajime no Ippo does as well. Blackjack, you're sure? I don't think I can go. I'm going to go Blackjack. We've got 7 votes. 6 of them are for A. Can I not? There we go.
I'm choosing A.
I can't do a 5th
Are you
option for
absolutely
Lifeline,
sure?
unfortunately.
Is that your final answer?
Oh, yes, that's my final answer.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the correct answer. That is correct.
Well done. How is it not officially?
No,
To be fair, I've not read
don't be
Blackjack, so
scared
I'm not
like
too
that,
sure what the
okay?
video game would be like. Can I not? Yeah, I can't add a 5th option for Lifeline, so you guys are going to have to tell
Will you
me
be able to answer this new question as well?
when you want a Lifeline. Honestly, doubt Blackjack has an official, unofficial game either. Probably not. Another Disney question. In Moana, what form does Tala's spirit take? Who's Tala? A manta ray, an eagle, a whale, or a turtle? I have watched Moana twice, and I have no idea. So, Disney fans, rise up. Where are you? Tezuka Sasei are really weird about licensing this series. Really? Why? Is it because they're old? Tala is the grandma. And what does she... I know that the Rock turns into an eagle. I think. No, wait, he turns to loads of things, doesn't he? Manta Ray. Oyasumi says A as well. We've got 5 people for A. I don't think we're going to get anything more than that.
Well, I'm going to try A.
You seem to be convinced.
Annoyingly,
but
you guys are
is
doing
this
really good.
your final answer.
I'm now scared for myself.
Yes, that's my final answer.
You have made your choice. Just own it. You got it.
I'm scared.
I feel great, physically and mentally. You can tell.
I don't think I'm going to be able to beat
The
you guys.
questions follow each other and are not alike. The proof with this new question.
D. Damn, another Disney question. You guys are going to make it to the end on Disney alone. What does Mulan's grandmother give her to take on her adventure? Mushu's spirit, a saber, a ceremonial outfit, a lucky cricket. I think I know this one. So he says it's D. Sarah doubles down. We got double D in the chat. And we got 7 for D, so it looks like it's going to be D.
Okay, a choice has to be made. I'm going to say D.
Are you
Cricket,
sure?
because luck. Yes, well done.
Yes.
I don't know
that's
why
my
I'm
final
happy.
answer.
Oh,
It's,
I can't wait to see the correct answer. Of course.
And boom, one more answer. Aha!
one more? We're nowhere near a million. Oh, this will probably be to
The game is getting tougher.
2/3, right?
This brand new question.
Don't vote just yet. It hasn't popped up yet. The Puerto Rican cuisine. In Puerto Rican cuisine, what is the main ingredient in mofongo? What the hell? Salt cod, black beans. How'd you say that? Chayote, an edible gourd, or fried plantain. Circle, where are you, my friend? You asked for wild food. To be fair, you are like halfway through, so we're only going to get the hard questions. Lifeline. All right, 2 lifelines. What lifeline do you guys want? You could do lifeline, audience, or phone friend. So ask the audience, you get a poll. And what I'll do, whichever one is the highest, I will pick that answer. And with the lifeline, it's exactly the same thing. You get to choose who you call, and then we'll just choose whatever answer they pick, if you generally don't know. Phone a friend. Got 2 people for phone a friend. Oh, by the way, is he talking loud enough, by the way? Like, can you hear him just fine? Right, looks like it's going to be phone a friend. What? Come. Wait! It changed. To ask the audience. Ask the audience it is. I'm going to wait 2 more seconds. But I think it's ask the audience. All right, ask the audience.
Okay, guys, this is an important question. If you would pick up those keys.
Either black beans or plantain.
Your votes now.
Plantain's well, not traditionally. I know they use it in Jamaican cuisine. Black beans they use all over the world. Salt cod. Now, are we going to go with this question, with this answer? To be fair, you guys have no idea, so I presume we should just go with A, right? You think it might be D? Ooh. Plantain. I can't say I have tried any Puerto Rican dishes. I have no idea. What the hell is mofongo? I have no idea what that is. I can't even tell. It just looks like potato. All right, where is the chat? All right, so do you guys... I don't want to do it. Should I just do a poll again? She's Puerto Rican. What did she say? She's either beans or plantain, she forgets. But it's not fish. Bring back the cheese question. All right. We'll do one more poll because it looks like Cake Tins said D as well. Right, I've put another poll in chat. Because Oyasumi says that his Puerto Rican partner says it's not fish. A couple other people have said D. I think it looks like we're just going to go straight D.
Well, a choice has to be made, so we're going to say D.
Final?
That's my final answer.
The choice is made. You've reached the threshold.
Wow. Never did I know. This is what it looks like, by the way. Not to say it doesn't look nice, but I thought it was just
Now let's
potato.
move to the next question, if you don't mind.
But it's plantain, apparently. All right. Oh, let me end the poll. I need to set up another one. 2 secs. B, C, and D. I wish it gave you the option to just instantly put them. Oh, Cake Tins, it's your boyfriend. For which Star Wars movie did John Williams not compose the original soundtrack? Revenge of the Sith, Rise of Skywalker, Solo, a Star Wars story. Is that what it's called? Or Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Cake Tins, I expect you to know this one in and out. Oh, it was your husband. Sorry, my bad. I didn't realize. I thought you were just, dating. I didn't know you were, husband and wife. My bad. Either C or D. Yeah, this is a hard one. John Williams famously has composed most of, if you grew up in the 90s, most of the well-known movies, one of them being Star Wars. He also did Jurassic Park as well. Either C or D. Rise of Skywalker. Is that the new one? Is that the 7th one? C question mark? You have one more lifeline, by the way, if you want to use it. No clue. Yeah, same. I can't even remember I just know them as movie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know their names. You think he's less credited for Solo? What's the newest one out of C and D? I think Rogue One came out first. That was the first one. That was like that was a Star Wars movie, not based on the original chronological movie list. And then Solo, I think, was like a couple of years ago. Rogue One was like 2016, I want to say. Solo is newer. We've got 3 votes so far. You guys are a little bit unsure. What do you want to do? Want to lifeline it? Reckon C. As he's retired now, and C was the most recent out of the C and D. You guys seem to be on the right stretch, either C or D. Go risky, go with C. Well, we've got 3 votes for C so far, but normally these get around 7 or 8. So some of you are obviously reluctant to guess. And I don't want to do it saying that. You guys are so far ahead. There is no way I'm going to beat you. Anyone 100% sure? I don't think anyone's 100% sure. You went for C? All right, I think we're going to go for C. Man, I don't know. All right, we're going to go C. You guys are so far deep. I don't think
Will be your final answer.
I could win this.
Yes, that's my final answer.
You have given
Please
your
lose.
final answer. Now is the time to see the right one. Oh,
Ah.
Well, the old nanny goat is up to her.
Well
old
done, chat.
Oh, that's a disaster. You were piling along, but you've lost everything down to your safety net. It's gut-wrenching, isn't it?
It doesn't matter because we're not here for the money. Right, quickly, I need to find out how many questions you got right. Right, I'm just checking quickly how many questions you got. Right, so you got one, you got the French one, you got the Up Lion King one, and then you got the Cinderella Mice, Lucifer, Voldemort, Horcrux, Snape's Diary. You got the only manga question you got, which manga series wasn't officially adapted. You got that right at 6, 7 for Moana. Mulan was 8. You guys are so many. 9 was the Cuisine. And then you got alright, so you got 9 in total right. Wow, you guys did a fantastic job. I don't think I'm going to beat you, in all honesty. John Power did solo. Wait, did you Google during the game? You big cheat. Alright, let me turn this down. This is too loud for me. GG's, guys. Well done. But now it is my turn. If I can get 10 on my desired categories, then nobody gets any free manga. Otherwise, I don't want World Foods, but I do want one more. I'm going to keep Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Disney and manga because that's what I had last time. I feel bad because last time... Why should I feel bad? Last time I had 4 and you guys had 5. There's also more of you. I'm doing 4. Screw you guys. We're cheering you on now. No, you're not. Don't lie. And you're exempt. You can't participate again. You've already won. Leave the prize for somebody else. The game hates manga. Yeah, Zeus, I think you're right. Last time you played, you got no questions. This time you got 1. And you got the game loves Disney and Harry Potter. All right, this is what I'm going to go with. There's no need for a poll. Where's George? Give me Georgie's. Where is he? My man. Right, I don't think I'm going to do very well. Although these are my best subjects, I probably won't be able to do anything for them. I don't think I'll remember. Where's the video? Come here. Good. Oh, there we go. Right, is this up and running? Perfect.
Welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Put it down to 3? No, I can't put it down to 3. You have to do minimum 4, which is annoying. I bought this game thinking that I could just do the manga category.
Everyone, and thank you for having me. I'm excited to try my luck.
But you couldn't. No, I'm scared. 9. How am I going to get 9?
A hard time, in theory.
What are muggles? Muggles are humans without magical powers. I don't need to read the rest.
We're going
I'll
to
read the
say
rest just in
A,
case.
okay?
Chocolate frogs, playing cards, candy. They're not candy. They're humans without magical powers.
Final answer?
Squibs are
You sure?
wizards without magical
That's
powers.
my final answer.
Oh, you can't skip this bit.
You have given your final answer.
Minimum 4. Oh, what? Yeah, minimum 4 kind of sucks. I have looked to see if I could find someone who could like not bug the game, but like
was the
hack the
right
game,
answer?
so it will allow you
Awesome.
to uncap it, so you can just have one.
Are you ready for this
But
new
there might not
question?
even be 15 manga questions. We've gone through like 40 questions between these two games, and we've already had 3 come out. Which one of these? I haven't read JoJo's. Which one of these characters actually exists in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I don't know a single one. I'm gonna lose, aren't I? The one manga. This is supposed to be a manga quiz, and it's supposed to be favorable for me. I'm just gonna do
From
50-50.
now on, the 50-50 will remove 2 wrong answers to get you out of this predicament.
I'm so angry. No. To be fair, I don't know why I did 50-50. I should have just done phone a friend or something. All right. All right, I'm not looking at you guys at chat because I feel like you'll either give me the answer or you'll do the complete opposite and give me the wrong one. I genuinely don't know. I know nothing about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure besides that Dio is in it. And every character is named JoJo. Every main character, I think. I don't know. The art style looks nice. I'm just gonna
We
phone
are
a friend
never better served
because I generally
by
don't
our
know.
friends. You choose to call one, and
Man,
we'll have them on the phone
I'm gonna lose out on the manga question, aren't I? I'm not gonna do my aunt. My aunt wouldn't know. Childhood friend would know. Colleague, wife, definitely. I don't know. No, if I don't know, then my wife wouldn't know. Peter, you will know. You are my childhood friend.
Hello?
You were a big
Yes,
geek.
Peter. It's George. As expected, I need your help for a question.
Please.
Awesome. I'm on television. Okay, let's go. Gonna do my
Whatever,
best.
and also
You can count on
whatever
me.
answer that he
C
gives,
is the right
I'll
answer.
just pick it.
I'm sure.
I should have done this instead of the 50-50. I should have waited for the 50-50. I'm angry. See?
C.
See, it is.
That's the right choice.
Are you sure?
Now I have to go out and buy
Oh,
JoJo's now.
Yes, that's my final answer.
How are you
Okay,
supposed to
the
know this without
computer
knowing
validated
JoJo's?
your answer. You really know your answer.
And there we have it.
I deserve it for not watching, reading JoJo's.
New question coming up.
All right,
Good luck to you.
2023 will be the year that I pick up JoJo. Oh, another manga question where I haven't read the manga. Oh my days. Saint Seiyu from what constellation is Shun's character, the Bronze Knight? What the frick does that even mean? Constellation? Is there a Phoenix and Dragon constellation? This should have been 52. You know what?
Okay, audience, we need
Whatever the
some help
audience
here.
say,
If
I
you
will pick. They say D, I'm going D. I have
I'm
no
choosing
idea.
D.
Please be right.
And what
The
would
audience
be
wouldn't
your
be
final
incorrect
answer?
this early on.
That'll be my final answer.
Oh, I can't wait to see the correct answer.
And it's going to be right. Please.
You make it
Yay!
look
All right, I've
easy.
used all my lifelines. I'm in trouble now.
And one more right answer for me.
300. I think this is where I got to last time. No, I got the next
Yourself
question
and your
right.
acquaintances for this new question.
Who does Jacob Kowalski fall in love with? Tina Goldstein, Queenie Goldstein. It's Queenie, right? The blonde-haired girl from Fantastic
Come on,
Beasts.
George.
It's a Harry Potter
Focus.
question.
I think that the
I'm
right
pretty sure I know
answer
this one.
is B.
You
pretty
know
sure it's
what my
Queenie,
next
and she
question
talks
is, right? Is
Like,
this your
I don't know,
final
like she's from
answer?
Queens? Like stereotypical Queens?
That's my final answer.
Okay, the computer validated
Isn't it really
your
big in
answer.
Latin America? I have no idea.
You figured it out perfectly. Nice answer.
Why do I get all the manga questions?
That was the right answer? Awesome.
Okay, that's
You ready for this new
4. I've got
question?
another 5 to go. In what American adaptation of a manga was distributed exclusively by Netflix? Full Metal Alchemist, Edge of Tomorrow, Kenshin the Vagabond, and Death Note. I want to say Full Metal Alchemist because I recently went onto Netflix
I'm choosing
and it wasn't on there anymore, and no other platform has it. Death Note, I think, is on Netflix and it's also on Crunchyroll.
And what will be
Edge of
your final
Tomorrow
answer?
and Kenshin, I have no idea.
Yes.
So I'm just going
That's
FMA.
my final answer.
Why do I get all the manga
Alright,
questions?
Let's find out the right answer together.
Would you guys have got this?
And unfortunately, this is the wrong answer. It's the end for you.
I knew it.
Well,
I shouldn't
well
have even
done,
tried.
guys. Well done. Clap. Well done. All right. Marbles time, everybody. Yay. Let's get excited. I'm going to give away some free manga now to everybody that was participating tonight. Zoe, not you, because you've already won. I had really hard questions. I just clearly don't read a lot of manga. Did anybody else know those questions? Because I didn't. I didn't know any of them. I thought it was like, you know, an exclusive. No one else has Full Metal Alchemist. No one plays Full Metal Alchemist. I thought just Netflix did. I'm sure you can watch Death Note on Crunchyroll. No, right? Okay. So who was involved? Let's get some names. Sarah. All right. How many were? Let's just add a bunch of names. All right. We have Zeus, the mighty and powerful Zeus. We have Circle. We have Oyasumi. Sarah for like the 5th time. Sarah, this might be your lucky day. Ark, I think you've been in it 3 times now. Langston. Cake Tins. Who else participated earlier on? Even if you're not here right now, I will just include everybody. Will, you was involved, but you won last time or the time before. So you are also exempt from this, unfortunately. Spirit Arc. So I'm just going back through the chat just to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Even if they answered only like a couple of questions, I still want to put them involved. And I think it's really just you 7, right? Geeky was here earlier, but she left. She left before we started. There's a few others. Liddy Moon also joined in, but she left, I think, way before. Not going to hold your breath. I might get yeeted out. Hopefully, I said I was going to check to see if I could find a map that doesn't yeet people out. There's some really good maps. I've seen races where there's one where there's like a dartboard and whoever gets closest to the middle wins. That's pretty awesome. Right, how many names? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you win, what manga are you looking to buy? And hopefully it comes before Christmas. 7. Race. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Well done on your manga quiz. Your Who Wants to Be a Millionaire champions 2 times in a row, 2 for 2. I clearly just don't know anything about manga. Every time, this is the second time I've played now, and I always get all the manga questions, which is super annoying because I clearly don't know that much about manga. It would have been interesting to see what you guys would have picked if you got the questions. Right. I'm ready. Are you guys ready? And all right, ready? How do I? What? Let's go. Ark, it looks like you're in front at the moment. What? Did you fall? Oh no. This is the one! This is the one I was talking about! How lucky is that? So you come all the way down the little pachinko thing, and then you go through the slaloms. It is unlikely that you get yeeted out, but whoever hits closest to the bullseye wins. Hopefully, no one gets yeeted. So who's at the front? Cake Tins. Just because you're going to be first to hit the board doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be first to win. Oh, who's this? Who's this? Is this? There are 2 marbles here. And this one doesn't have a title. Why doesn't it have a title? Oh, it's Sarah. Oh. Langston, looks like you're winning at the moment. Who is that? Zeus? Oh, not close enough. Ark. Wait. Circle? Where are you? Circle? Circle, can you make it? Whee! Bloop! Langston, well done! Yay! Clap, clap, clap. Well done. Everybody made it. No one got yeeted. How crazy is it? I was thinking about this exact one. Langston, do you have Twitter or Instagram or Discord or anything? That's how I've been contacting people. But let me know what's the best way to contact you. Give me a quick DM and I will message you on your prize. If no one wins the marble race, then D wins. And I give myself manga. Langston, actually, they tend to go quite oh, they're still here. Instagram. Same name on here. Perfect. I will message you and then we can talk from there. But well done, everybody. As a collective, you beat me. That's the main thing. And everybody got to the end. That was the main thing. Well done. Never won once. Well, you've got to be in it to win it, I guess. Much like the lottery. Who knows? Maybe next week. I think next week might be my last stream. Possibly. What do we have? Next week is the 19th. I will be working like normal. The 26th is the last Monday before New Year. I might be seeing my dad, or I might be spending time with family. I'm not too sure. Plus, I don't really want to stream if, you know, on a holiday that most people celebrate. I might be busy. To be fair, if I'm not seeing anyone, I might, but I'll play by ear. I wouldn't mind spending time Christmas like with you guys. What is? Stop this music. What's happening? But yeah, I've definitely got one more stream in me, definitely next week. So maybe we'll do one more. I don't have any more manga quizzes though. So we can either do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire again next week, or maybe I'll find something. I can create something. I can create a manga quiz and we can go through that again. By the power of friendship. here for the marbles. Maybe next year, Zoe, we'll do this again, and then you can be reinstated. You do a training arc, return the marble master. That's amazing. Polish your skills, stay in lane, and just think heavy thoughts. Try and stay solid to the ground. You're always up in the air. That's the thing with you, Sarah. You're always fluttering around. Manga quizzes. Ooh, yeah. So every Monday, I've been streaming like since I think middle of November. We started doing these manga quizzes. This is the second time we've done Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I initially thought that I could just do the manga category, but I can't. We've done other things like guess the female mangaka, guess the manga panel based on crying characters, that kind of thing. I have 2 videos. I actually have something not slightly special, but I want to show you this quick video. Right, so I have planned exactly 1 stream definitely for next week. I'll try and look up a manga quiz. These last like 3 months, I've been heavily invested in my goal to read 80% of my manga collection, which I am currently on track for. If I can read 1 volume every day and then finish off the 7 volumes of One Piece as well, and I should hit 80%. And because of that, I haven't been making any videos. I haven't been doing anything else. I've just been focusing on One Piece and obviously, working and living, being a basic human being. But there are 2. I'm probably going to upload one of the manga quizzes next week, or this week, should I say. But there's also 1 other video that I'm going to quickly show you, like the first 15 seconds of it. It is a compilation of my favorite and all the manga tubers that I watch. I enjoy them for so many different reasons. And there's always that one moment in a video that really makes me laugh or makes me smile, or makes me feel connected to that particular person. And I wanted to put a video together which was some of my favorite clips. So I've gone through and I've put through a bunch of clips of some of my favorite moments of 2022. I'm going to show you a small 15 seconds of it, 10 seconds maybe. And I'm probably going to release the video next week or the week after. Let me just get it up and running. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. There we are. All right, hopefully it's loud enough. That is the question. Oh, I can bring you guys down now. Whee. There you go. All right, I'm going to show you just a couple of seconds of it. Is it going to be loud enough?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Weeb Family Basement.
Hey everyone, it's me Kiki.
Hello all my otaku friends, my name is Prophet Taku.
Good morning everyone, my name is Boogie Snacks, you can go ahead and call me Boogie.
What is up guys, it's HBO Manga here.
Unboxing.
One Piece Volume 90. So now that I've got this, I could read up to Volume 20. Like how I did that, smooth transitions.
How in the hell did this guy pick up 300 volumes of manga in a single month?
Blood on the Tracks, Volume 9. If you've ever felt uncomfortable reading a manga.
I bought a lot of manga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes.
So 5 and 6, 7 and 8.
So I got my books in order of Waterkoi Love is Hard for Otaku. I love it because of the traditional garbs and in the yukata.
8. loaded boxes that are all full of blind box garbage.
There's it. And I got several other clips with so many. There's like 40 people in the video. But it's just some of my favorite clips. I'm going to release it next week. I might re-edit some of the stuff as well. Add more people in. But my goal is to have loads of people see this. And then next year, I want to make an even bigger one. I want to make like a 50-minute video of all the best parts of everyone's manga career in the past year. It's only, obviously, some people do show up twice, some people only show up once, some people say things that aren't relevant to their particular like demographic. Like there's a clip of Boogie Snacks. He like does a lot of vlog stuff. I haven't put him in there for the vlogs. I've put him in there for one specific thing that made me laugh throughout all the year. But yeah, I'll release that sometime next week sometime maybe. But yeah, the goal is to have a big one next year. Because I feel like there's so many small manga creators and big manga creators. And I feel like some people just watch videos and they don't remember some of the highlights. I've seen a lot of people, a lot of the smaller creators, they just, at the time that they're currently making videos, their videos get seen. And then in a year's time where they're still making videos, their previous videos don't get seen. And I feel like just to like give a rehash of some of the cool moments that have happened. But that is it for today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for indulging me and my little quintessential quintuplets story. And thanks for keeping me up to date with all of your manga purchases as of late. And well done on the marbles race. Thanks, and I will send you a message either later tonight. You don't have to email, you don't have to message back straight away. And yeah, we'll be in conversation with regards to your prize and whatnot. Love to do a reviewing my collection. It's a fun way to see other people's collection. Yeah, I really want to. I mentioned this before. I want to do a manga collection video, but I want to make it a musical. I've mentioned before the Animaniacs song where, is it Wacko? He does the countries of the world, and he lists off all the countries to like a classical theme song, I think it is. I want to do that, but for my manga collection. But I need to sit down and like script the whole thing. It will take a while. Yeah, Cactins, you show up a couple of times, but that one clip of you like piling on your manga, that's throughout the whole video. Spoilers. Yeah, 5,000 manga volumes. I can't imagine, even if you spent, I don't even know the math on it. If you spent 10 seconds on every series, I have no idea how long that would take. How many series you got? Like 500? Close to? Anyways, it's getting late. This is the longest that I think I have streamed in a long time, nearly 3 hours. That's absolutely crazy. You guys keep me so entertained. Oh, next week, I might also wear my Christmas suit, because I'm probably not going to be wearing it this year to work. So I have no other reason to wear it. So maybe next week I'll put it on. It's your birthday this week? Dude, happy birthday. I'll message you later. And 1028 series. That's crazy. That is. Happy birthday, Langston. I'll message you later. I'll give you a prize. Everyone have a good evening. Thanks for chilling. It has been real fun. And I will see you all next time. Definitely next week. After that, maybe I'll see you next year. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for lurking. Cake Tins, thanks for coming in and saying hi. And if you're over across the pond, enjoy the rest of your day. Born, I hope work goes well. Because I've been streaming for 3 hours and you've been commenting. How you haven't gotten fired in the last year that you've been here, I have no idea. But I hope you don't get caught. Anyways, I'm out. I need to finish my volume of One Piece. And get to bed.